Ready?
Ready.
It's recording?
It's recording.
Like right now, right now?
Like right now, right now.
Like right now, right now?
Like right now. It's about us
Alright.
right now. Girl. Where you going?
Welcome back to another episode of the Demigod Chronicles. This is your boy, Santi Daya, aka Demigod. I'm here with my co-host.
Your favorite co-host.
Ooh, slight to the other two that's not here.
They're not here. They can't say nothing.
They can't defend themselves.
Favorite co-host, Christian Lopez. Welcome to the Demigod Chronicles. And we got we got a lot of help today.
Facts. We got some help today. Today's episode is being produced by Young Lou Productions. Mm-hmm. Is that, I said it right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
The name's still in the works.
The name's still in the works. But we got Lou in here. Got some gadgets in here trying to make us look a little bit more professional.
We also got a new logo.
Yeah, new logo.
Which I own, by the way.
That's kind of annoying. Courtesy of Master Studios, Demigod Chronicles, one of one.
Painting. So
no other in existence.
If you want to start bidding on this, just let me know. It's the first ever Santi Dyer painting. So bids start at $1,000. DM me for any more questions.
Yeah, facts. We got some other people in the audience. Mills over there. Being Mills again.
We get that sweater, Mills.
Mm-hmm.
We get that sweater.
Light skin over there. But yeah. So today is another Sunday. Actually, let me ask you first. How's your week? How you feeling? How you doing?
My week was good, bro. My week was good. Learned a lot of new things. There's that great event we went to yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. Learned a lot. Chase some new opportunities. Made a lot happen. So yeah, it was a good week, man.
Yeah, my week was good as well. Finished some canvases, got some orders out. Got some new things in the work. Connected with Lou. We spoke about trying to take the podcast to the next level. For those of you that can't see or can't hear, Jay, and the lady's not here today. Jay had some personal issues that he's dealing with. He's gonna be back very soon. He's doing well though, so you don't gotta worry too much about him. Lay took a little R&R. You feel me? She took a little trip for the weekend. She's actually back today, but she wasn't back in time for the episode, so she'll be back next week as well. But yeah, like I said, my week was good. I was chilling. I got some work done. Met some good people. I definitely we're gonna talk about what we experienced yesterday. And yeah, it was good. Can't complain. But all right, so yesterday we went down to Morris Plains, right?
Yeah, that's where it was.
I think so. Right?
Pienso que sí, I don't say.
I think it was Morris Plains. We went to Morris Plains, and you connected with somebody, so you can pretty much give him his introduction. Just want to shout him out.
I connected with a good friend of mine named True. So I got connected through him through somebody, then I reached out to him on Instagram. We started chopping it up. Found out we were very like-minded. We talked a couple times, phone, caught up on Zoom, and then he has his own school that he runs, small school that he invited me over to talk to some of the kids. Me and Santi went. It was great. It was very eye-opening because it was the first time I saw just like young kids who were just so like bright, so just way mature and way past like their age. They knew more. Stuff I learned at like 22, they already knew at like 16.
Yeah.
So like that to me that was just amazing because it just showed the possibility of like what life could be. If you taught those same lessons to kids on a larger scale, what impact would it have? So it was cool to see like right in front of your face the changes that could happen from like giving kids wisdom and knowledge at a very young age.
Definitely. I thought it was amazing because it, you think about what people say, like how it takes a village, mm-hmm. and they're literally, a group of people that they're all from different walks of life, mm-hmm. and they all come together and they bring their kids together, mm-hmm. and they're actually like instilling, like important lessons into the kids, qualities that's gonna, be with them throughout their whole life, and their leadership skills and all that stuff. They're developing all those things at a young age. So I think that's important to highlight. And like True was talking about yesterday, like being aware of who you are and where you come from. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people, especially us being here in this country, we're first generation here, but there's a lot of people who I talk to and I'll like ask like what's where their family from or anything like that, and they'll go, oh, I'm American or I'm just black, and if you're in this country, you came from a different country. So not everybody knows exactly, you know, where they come from, and that's not our fault. You know, we were disorganized and you know had our roots ripped from underneath us. So I think that's important. That's something that my dad always preached to me about, like just understanding the fact that like where you come from and the things that were, you know, created by our people are much bigger than who you are. Some of the things you spoke to the kids about yesterday, you know, talking about money management and like the importance of, you know, taking you know, the right steps to know what you're doing with your money and to learn the processes of what money is and all those things. Like, you definitely have to take those steps for that, but you have to take those steps with yourself as well.
Yeah. And,
you know, be able to identify like who you are and like where you come from.
But do you think it's important to know like what countries or like where your ancestors are from to figure out who you are?
To figure out who we are is connected to our ancestry, but to figure out who you are and how you operate is different than figuring out what you came from. So I would say, like you spoke about, like you know, being a person who's what was it? I think it was the red, right? You said you're usually in the red, like on the chart.
Oh, like my personality?
Yeah.
I'm a caloric.
Yeah. So you feel me? So studying your habits and studying your traits and learning that, like, all right, you know, sometimes you can be dogmatic, sometimes you can be all these things. Like, that's different than learning why is my last name Lopez and I'm Jamaican and I'm, you know, like those things don't directly contribute to who you are and like what your attributes are as an actual person. But knowing where you are and where you came from will help you take pride in certain things, especially the math and sciences. Knowing that, you know, our history is rich in that. You know, Timbuktu. You know, we were the mecca of learning. Equations, the pyramid, all these things. You know, that you know we came up with that just defied what was already going on and just, you know, heightened the world. And so I think that stuff, knowing that and understanding that we come from kings and queens, that stuff is important to your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your, not your characteristics, but just for your confidence and like the way you walk throughout life, because the stories that were pushed and the way, you know, we have the underdog story and, you know, our ancestors come from slavery and all this other stuff, and that stuff is true, but we have to go back to what's before that. What's before the trauma? Before the trauma was a lot of years of, you know, kings and queens. So I think knowing that, you know, we came from that, you know, and we were put into slavery, and coming from that, you know, it's time for like another uprising. So just, you know, it's not, we didn't just start off as bad and now it's just still bad. It was good before the bad. So I think when you know that, you can work yourself back up to the good.
Cool.
So
makes sense.
That was important, but definitely shout out to True, shout out to the Liberation School, all the people we connected with yesterday. It was a very eye-opening experience. Me and Chris got to talking after, you know, and just obviously none of us have kids yet, but just the routes you can go with having a strong community and having people around you that just understand that, especially rearing a child, like that those younger years are really pivotal in how the kid's gonna think, how they're gonna process stuff, how we talked about it before in the episode, like you said, like you don't want to hit your kids, like you want to be able to speak to your children and like have your children have understanding of why you're disciplining them for whatever reasons, because how we were as kids, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that was important. That was definitely dope, and I appreciate, you know, the experience.
It was fun. I learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot.
Definitely. All right, so what's on your mind this week? Something that might have happened during the week or something like that.
Something that happened during the week. Well, I've been going on with just like human rights. With the whole Middle East. You know, India's still struggling. That's not the Middle East, but I'm talking about like India's still struggling with their stuff going on, and you know it's bad over there how COVID hit them because they don't have enough beds in hospitals and things like that for people. So a lot of people are dying. Israel and Palestine is having a lot of conflict. So it's just a lot of things going on in the world, and I think it's like I feel like it's dividing people. Like you see like one side views one thing, the other side views another thing, and they're like arguing back and forth on Twitter, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But none of that's actually helping the situation. So even though you might be like on one side of the opinion. I think it's important to not forget that like we're all just human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way you wouldn't want someone to walk up to your house and kill your mother and your father, then you shouldn't be okay with it being done to someone else. You know what I'm saying? If you really stand for something, it confuses me too, because like both of their like just religions in general speaks of like not killing people. You know what I'm saying? But you'd be so okay with seeing someone not on your side getting killed and doesn't bother you. Like you don't stand up for that. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, religion confuses me. The religions that the world follows really is confusing to me. And I think sometimes it's more important what the people in power, what their agenda is. And then I think they manipulate people and control groups of people with religion, but they really have their own agendas they want to see accomplished, and they just use religion as a way to get those things and to rally a large group of people to their viewpoints and to get done what they really want to get done. Yeah. I don't think they care about people. And but I think us as a society gets so caught up in it that we don't stop and step back and understand, like, you know, what's the deeper level, what's important here, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really, you know, important? Do you ask yourself, like, the guy I do serve, would he be okay with this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And if I think sometimes people don't do that, they just get so caught up in the emotion of it all. But, you know, that's just the world we live in.
Yeah, and I always thought it was funny, well, not funny, but, like, I thought it was weird when I was younger, when then people would say, like, oh, you know, you kill for God and country. And it's like the first thing that you're saying you kill for, that person is literally telling you not to kill
you know what I'm saying?
Anybody. So it's kind of like redundant in that sense. It's like, how could you be killing for God and country when, like, if you need to defend yourself, if your religion's under persecution, you know, people are raiding your villages and stuff and like slaughtering people just for what you believe in, I think you have every right to defend yourself. But on the other hand, the people that are doing that to the people that are being persecuted, they're trying to, you know, diminish whatever it is that they believe in because they feel like it's a threat to what they believe in.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with like all these things like intertwined with religion and science and stuff like that. Is you have to reach a middle ground to where you have what you believe in, and you have what actually is, you know. So you can't go and tell a person that they're wrong for believing whatever it is that they believe in, because who told you that what you believe in is right, you know? So you don't have... We all follow, and faith is that way. You're supposed to follow faith blindly, right? You walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah.
That's something that people always talk about. So it's not our job to look at other people's face and decide that what they're doing wrong. Because in all reality, we're not really trying to save those people. Because you're going to tell me you're killing them off because they're sinning in your eyes. Or you're killing people because they're not living in the light of God, how you're supposed to be living in the light of God. But if you're killing people in the first place, you're not doing that in the first place. So then you get into this whole 360 of just straight hypocrisy, which you're trying to inflict something on someone and trying to, even like with the Indians, what they did, like trying to convert people, and they had missions and they're converting Native Americans to Catholicism and all that stuff. Like, how could you come to a land with people who are already flourishing, tell them that everything they know is wrong, and then because of whatever it is that you feel inside of you, that you feel the need to now, oh, I get to inject myself into their lives and I get to tell them, all right, like, you're living barbaric, you're living wrong, this is a religion you should believe in, you need to stop wearing clothes, stop wearing cloth. And they were fine before, you know, anyone got here. So it's just an ego thing that our country still deals with. You know, you look back in the 80s, I remember I studied in school before I switched from history to communications. We were talking like the war in Guatemala, and there's like a movie that we watched that the U.S. had a whole they put a whole team into, like, I think it was Venezuela, and they took out their dictator, but the people were supporting the dictator, and, you know, they went against them. They killed the person, and now the person that rose instead of the person that people believe in, and we felt like we were helping, we did the wrong thing.
Put the wrong people in power. Yeah.
You feel me? Put the wrong people in power, put the wrong party in power. So now we have to go double back and try to help again. But once again, like, it's just that whole ego and that whole big brother walk with a big stick mindset that it's just kind of like you have to let people live and you have to let people make their own mistakes.
I feel like just people don't, like, even getting back to that, I feel like people just really don't think about things on a deeper level, because, like, as much as you want to, like, condemn people, be like, oh, you know, there's just these terrorist groups that, like, have hate for, you know, Jewish people, that have hate for Americans, and, like, they're the real issue. Like, you never ask yourself, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there a group of people who feel so strongly against America? Like, why is there a group of people who feel so strongly against this country or that country? Like, you don't just wake up and randomly start hating something for a reason because they did something to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They probably did something to you over a long period of time that eventually a group of people that, yo, like, we're going to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, they killed this, we're going to get them back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you start looking at them like, oh, they're terrorist groups. Well, you're a terrorist group. You know what I'm saying? You just got the public opinion behind you. But you've done terrorist-like things your whole existence of a country. You know what I mean? So, but, I don't know. I just live here.
I just live here. That's kind of the fear that I feel like most white people have, or like the ignorant white people have. I'm not gonna say most. Is that black people were just scarred, and now we're just gonna uprise and do all these other things to them. It's like, bro, if we've been for 400 plus years, we've been beneath you, and we've been killed, raped, sold, all these other things. Like, why are we gonna choose right now? Like, we just want equality. We're not asking for any reparations. We are asking for reparations. Yeah, I was gonna say we definitely are, but we're not asking to be held at a higher standard than you. We're just asking to not be killed in the streets. We're just Asian people are just asking to not, have to deal with the backlash of the idiot that we just had in office. Like this gay people, they're just asking to live their lives and to, not be bothered. So me personally, I can't go and say you're living wrong because of this and this and this. Like, live your life how you want to live. As long as it's not influencing like what I have going on, I don't care. Like I don't care. So I think to each his own, and that's pretty much what we have to get to. Like, we have to get to a point where we're just allowing people to be humans.
I think people are so scared, bro. Like especially Western culture, like the average person walks around with so much just anxiety and fear and just nervousness of what the other person's gonna do. And like, who's the first person to squeeze the trigger? Is the person who's scared that the other person's gonna squeeze the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have confidence that the person that you're dealing with isn't gonna harm you, then you're way less hostile. But if in the back of your mind you're always thinking, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're trying to get me. They're trying to get me. Then you're most likely to bomb them, to attack them, to kill them, because you like, oh, I gotta do it before they do it to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Western culture, you know what I'm saying, European culture, that's how they think. You know what I mean? Because like, you just look at their history, they're always like in competition with each other, attacking each other, conquering each other. You know what I mean? That same culture got brought to America. You know what I'm saying? That same culture got spread across the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? They went from place to place, conquering these places, making them Christians. They taught them to think the way they think. And now the world all thinks that way. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. And that stuff is all deeply rooted, bro. Because you go all the way back to the first person to die in the American Revolution was a black man.
lit.
Crispus Attucks. The Boston Massacre, he was killed. And the person that killed him was holding a musket. The British regulars, they were, standing in the town square or whatever, town square, and people were throwing rocks at them, and they felt threatened, so they shot back. And then they tried to put in the papers that, the crowd had weapons and they shot it. And then, like, you just look at stuff like that and just how it reflects back to today's times. Unarmed black men, just people just being enraged, and the person that actually has a deadly weapon on them is the person that's afraid.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, we can't allow ourselves to fall into, the same type of thinking that everybody else is having. We have to keep having progressive conversations like this, and try to put our best foot forward, but it starts to become exhausting.
It's not exhausting for me, because, like, I'm really good at minding my business. You know what I'm saying? So, I am, bro, because, like, obviously I'm aware of what's going on, and I can speak on it. I have my own opinion. I work hard to make it better, but, like, I know for the most part, most people aren't going to change. Like, it's crazy, because you can't change anyone. Most people would have to wake up one day and say, I want to change, and, like, I know that's not going to happen. So you got to be more accepting of what the consequences of it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we're more likely to get the earth to a point where it gets rid of us. Like, I feel like that's more likely than all people in the world saying, I'm going to change the way I do things. You know what I'm saying? People aren't even willing to stop eating meat on 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't care. You know what I'm saying? People aren't going to change. They're not going to stop fishing in the oceans. They're not gonna stop eating meat and killing and cutting down the Amazon forest to create feed for the animals. They're not gonna stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna stop. So it's just like, yeah, it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I was driving through Patterson like 2 days ago, and there was this park. I mean, this garden like by Park Ave
Mm-hmm.
that I used to always walk past when I was younger. And I always see like big like tomato plants and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I went to go like I drove past it and I looked in the lot, and they're like building apartment buildings over there now. And I was like, bro, they just knocked down the Fifth Ave projects. They all the buildings that you have now that are now developing in Patterson. That was the only garden I probably could like that wasn't in someone's yard. That was just like a community garden in Patterson that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably others, but that's the only one that I like really used to see and like pass by and stuff like that. And just I'm like, do we really need more apartments? Like, did you have to knock down that small bit of produce or whatever that is that it provides for the community? Like,
yeah.
you just think about that shit, like the greed and all that stuff. Like, it's that shit is annoying, bro. And it makes you wish that all these movies would really like just resonate with people, because like, bro, that stuff is in film. It's well documented. You go back to something as simple as a Disney film or Pixar, the WALL-E film.
Mm-hmm.
WALL-E, where was all the Americans? They were on a ship. You remember that? You ever seen WALL-E?
I've seen it.
Alright, so it's like a robot, whatever, and like he's like he's on Earth. Like he's one of the robots in charge of like cleaning up the Earth, and the Earth is completely polluted. So what they did was they built a spaceship big enough for all Americans to go on. I mean, for all people of the Earth to go on, right? And then went in orbit. And all the people on the ship, they're all riding around and like little floaty stuff, and they're all fat because they don't get up and walk anymore. Like they have everything that they could need at the tips of their fingers and stuff like that. And now they start polluting the ship. So it's like, bro, we can't go from when like they're talking about opening up, trips to Mars with SpaceX and all this stuff. It's like, bro, even if we go to another planet and we inhabit it, if we take the same precautions and we, establish the same things that we have going on now, we're gonna do the same thing to that planet. Like we're not gonna be able to just keep playing hopping. So it's just kind of pointless. Like you have to find a middle ground and decide what's actually important and what's like detrimental to our society, like if we don't have it, and then like what we actually need.
Yeah, the way I see it, bro, I feel like we wouldn't destroy the Earth. I feel like the Earth would just get rid of us.
I mean, what?
Like, cause like it's been here longer than us. It had dinosaurs, and dinosaurs messing up, and they got rid of dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you guys are too big. You gotta go. But it kept the butterfly, and it kept the turtle. But they got rid of the dinosaurs. You feel me? So I feel like it's gonna do the same thing to us. It's gonna be like, okay, they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But you guys could stay. The butterfly's been here forever.
At least gonna be up.
You know what I'm saying? There's probably animals in the deep ocean been here forever.
Yeah.
Been here forever. They're cool. They don't do nothing. Whales, been here. Well, we were getting rid of them, but they've been here forever. The Earth likes them. Humans gave y'all a chance, but y'all out here tripping. So eventually it might just be like, you guys gotta go.
I always think about it, like it's a random thought, but like I always think about that. Like if the ocean, right, is 70% of the Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've only explored, I think they said like 10 to 20% of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many things there are on this planet that we don't know about.
Most, yeah.
Like, we know a lot about the sea, but there's way more stuff that we don't know than what we actually know.
We're out there, bro. We don't know most things about the Earth. We just don't know. We have, they hypothesize. That's the proper word? Hypothesize?
Hypotheses.
Hypothesize. They hypothesize, but they don't know for like a fact. Like science is a fact. It's not a fact. Science is just as observation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not quote unquote like this is 100% fact. That's why nothing says 100% fact. You know what I mean?
It's like when I was younger and we were studying earthquakes and stuff, and like they're talking about like the tectonic plates and stuff moving, and like how earthquake is like if one plate is like going over the other, or if they're shifting and stuff. I'm like, if earthquakes have been obviously as old as the Earth, who, how, and what, like, where do you start these processes? How do you figure that stuff out?
They got machines and shit.
Like, no, I know, but like, how do you develop the machine to like figure that out? Like, someone felt the Earth shake and was like, that's because of something.
Yeah.
And from that square, they got to creating seismic stuff to detect it and to put it in plates and go out in the middle of the ocean and drop stuff and figure out where the equator is and all that. That stuff is mind-boggling.
I think humans are great in that sense, like very like inquisitive. You know what I'm saying? They always want to know. Very curious people. Us, the people, are all very curious and stuff. I think that's cool about humans. They just be tripping sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They just be I don't know. I was listening to an audio, and he was like we do things until we break like a universal law. We keep doing things till we break a universal law, and then we figure out, oh shit, like we messed up. Like how like we started eating a lot of when humans started eating a lot of stuff that like come from packages or like just stuff with no nutrition in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're realizing, oh, like oh, shit, we actually can't do that because
Yeah.
bad things happen. Same thing on how we used to dump chemicals in the ocean. Then we're like, oh shit, wait a minute, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why humans are great. Like they're curious and like I think humans have the ability to fix things, and I think they have over time. But like sometimes you just don't know.
All right, moving on to the next segment. Hypothetical question. This one's pretty simple. I'm gonna ask y'all too. I want to know your opinions. So if you could communicate with any animal on the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could speak your language. You could speak theirs. What animal would you talk to?
Mm-hmm.
What question would you ask them?
Can it be a group of animals or just one like animal?
And why? I mean, what species? Like, I don't know if you want to talk to a specific monkey.
What if I say like, I want to talk to, like, what category is dolphins and whales in?
Amphibians?
That's not an amphibian. It's like a toad, a frog.
Oh, facts. They're mammals, but
They're mammals, right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk to sea mammals.
all of them.
Yeah.
All right,
I can't do that.
You ain't gonna crazy.
That's what I'm asking. I can't do that.
Whales or dolphins?
I gotta pick one.
Or sharks?
I can't. So not all three.
Nah, not all three.
I guess dolphins. They the smartest.
Yeah.
I just talk to dolphins. Give me the rundown. What's going on down there?
What's going on?
But whales go deeper.
Pause. Good.
Wow. Dolphins. I would do dolphins.
Dolphins. I think going back to what you said, I would probably do like a tortoise or like an alligator because they've been here for so long, and I could ask them the facts.
The alligators, they be looking a little slow.
It looks dumb to
When
you.
you look at alligator, I just feel like they look a little like
Alright, so
a little droopy.
I'm gonna do a tortoise. I'll say a tortoise.
Okay, I had a turtle once in college. She was cool.
What happened to it?
It ended up dying. But years later.
How long you had it?
We had it for like 5 years,
Oh, alright.
maybe.
Okay.
She was cool though. She was cool people. She would like, you know, if you pet her, if she got cool with you, she'd like stick her neck out and let you pet her and stuff. Cool type. That's when I realized all animals besides just like dogs and cats, like, they have feelings. Like you could interact with, you can communicate with them. Like, because eventually when a turtle got cool with you, you could communicate with the turtle. You know what I'm saying? But like, I thought only cats and dogs could do that. But it's like my boy has a whole bunch of lizards and stuff. And they understand, like, he's the one who feeds them. He's the one who takes care of them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if I come there, they're, like, on tilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you, Lou?
I said bird.
A bird?
Bird!
They see so much, and they're always out there. So I said bird.
So how come he could do all birds, I can't do all sea animals?
I'll say a bird.
Exactly. So if you're talking to whales, you could talk to an orca, you could talk to a blue whale. It's not specific, but you're asking for three different.
But I think
a whale, a dolphin, and a shark are all different.
But isn't a dolphin like a variation? Like they're cousins, basically.
I don't know.
They could be in the same family, but they're not the same thing. Like if you said I want to talk to a monkey, it could be an orangutan, probably be an ape.
So I feel like I'm putting myself in a box if I say just dolphins.
That was his question though.
Yeah.
So to one animal.
I think these niggas is the same thing.
Nils, what would you talk to?
Me would probably be like a bear or like a gorilla.
A bear or gorilla?
Yeah.
Alright, now what would y'all ask it though?
That's a good question.
Me, I'm like I said, I'm gonna ask the tortoise wagwan. You feel me? Like
See?
What happened?
All dolphins are simply smaller types of whales. So I'm talking to whales, cuz.
All right, Chris, you got it. Now what you gotta ask me?
What's going on down there? What's
going
going on down there?
Would you think that?
I don't know. I
How
said
is
it
it
was a
up
good
there?
question.
How is it?
How was it up there?
Yeah.
Nah, cause I want to know something that I can't see for myself.
You gotta ask them. Do y'all shit on cars for fun?
Yeah, aim.
Cause they could really go anywhere and shit. You ever
That's
really
what
think
I'm
about
saying.
that? They could really
That's
go
what birds
anywhere and shit, bro. And they decide to shit on your car.
Well, any animal can.
Well, not all animals
Not
shit on
turtle.
your cars.
Well,
You ever dealt with a turtle? Turtles are cool people.
yeah, I had 2 turtles when I was a
They're
kid.
lit, right?
He
Yeah.
said they're cool people. So how would you know?
I had a turtle.
So what makes you say it's cool though?
Bro, we would just have it out the cage. They'd be walking around.
You got your turtles in a cage?
Nah, we'd just be walking around our dorm, just walking around. We
Not
find
a
it.
cage?
We
Are
find
they supposed to be in a tank?
a tank.
Oh,
a tank.
okay.
We find them like under the. We find them hiding in a bag once in a while in the room. Like he was just free, or she was free.
So same thing for
So you just
for
let
lizard?
that little turtle just roam.
I walk around the whole dorm. We would just be chilling, walking around.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I sit on my bed.
Yo,
Oh,
and no cap. One time my boy walked in and he kicked it.
Slid across the room.
Yo, he had a black Tim's on, bro. Turtle flew across the. Crazy.
Yeah.
But they built for that though.
Yeah, that shows
You
everything.
think
Thanks. They did not tell you that.
She was good, man. She had a good time. We used to feed her Muhlenberg Dino Hall food, so she was eating good.
She probably could have lived a much longer life.
Bro, she had, I'm talking fruits and vegetables.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't giving her enchiladas.
Yo, you
You
was
s-
giving her burgers and shit.
That now.
he said dining room food. Man, what am I supposed to think? Oh man. Alright, so yeah. So I talked to freaking a turtle and figure out what the hell is happening. So
Turtles be living for like 100 years, 200
bro,
years.
that's what I'm saying. Bro, there's some tortoises. I think the oldest tortoise is like 600 years or some shit like
600? I gotta say, I
that.
gotta ask him.
Some OD shit.
I'm gonna ask him how you feel about what's going on right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna search it right now.
Wonder if animals could talk to each other, but just can't talk to us. Actually, dogs understand.
Yeah.
The oldest
For
tortoise's
sure.
name is Jonathan. He's
For
187
sure, I
years
think
old.
that, yo.
But they can talk to each other, just we just don't know.
Sit on
You think we don't understand it because we're not in
187.
tune?
Yeah, more so.
Cause like that nature, what's that nature guy who be talking to animals and like,
Aquaman?
not
This guy said
the guy on Instagram,
What are you
who,
talking about real life?
Brother Nature.
Brother Nature, like he talks
He
to
don't
animals.
talk to him. Like, he got conversations, but it ain't like he talks to him and then be like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Alright.
There's people that literally can like
Communicate with animals.
with like penguins and shit, like do they sound effects and all that.
That's dope. That's dope though. I think I heard elephants are dumb smart. Like they get you. Like elephants get it. Like whatever you're talking about, and they'll always remember who you are.
You ever
A dog is the best one though. Like this right now, you sick, you laying down. A dog will come next to you and just cater for you because he understands what's going on, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm about to make everybody hate me on this show. I don't like dogs.
I hate dogs.
I hate dogs.
Yeah, he
When I
asked me. He asked me for it. He said, "You got any pets?" Yeah,
he
he asked me again.
He texted, yo, he got any pets?
He asked me again. He's like, "Yo, before I walk in there, you got any pets I should know about?" Like, nah, bro. Nah, but even like, so my husband's dad has his ear pierced,
Mm.
and in Ethiopia, you only get your ears pierced when you tame a lion.
What?
Yeah, people in Ethiopia used to tame lions, walk with lions and stuff.
So
The
he
fact
tamed
that you
so
only-
he tamed the lion?
I tamed 2 of them.
Fact.
You ain't tame no lion.
Regular.
Say less.
Yeah, he tamed a lion in Africa, so they gave him an ear pierce. It's like, you know.
That's so crazy. But do you tame them from
That's
like
exactly what I'm telling people now.
from like birth?
I don't know. I think you just go in the wild and you gotta tame a lion. They used to.
All that for an
They,
earring is
they
a
just
little
throw
risky.
you in the wild and you gotta come back.
All that for an earring is a little
Bro,
risky. All I had to
they-
do was go to pagoda.
It was a thing. Like,
You gotta go in there and tame a whole lion just for your
I got a question for you though.
Mm.
Did you get insurance
are your ears?
Did I get insurance for my
Yeah.
ear? What you mean?
on the earrings?
Like the ones I bought?
Yeah.
That was like the starter pair. These aren't from pagoda anymore.
Nah, cause I just bought some recently and I don't get insurance.
Why?
I just lost them.
Ah.
So
wish
now
you-
it was like,
you wish
next
you
time,
had
yeah.
insurance.
Now this is from pagoda. I got insurance on this.
Yeah,
Uh,
that makes more sense to me.
The chain, then earrings.
Yeah.
Are your ears pierced?
Yeah, since like 8th grade.
I never really see your earrings. That's why.
You lost them.
He's trying to get his Poppy Suave back.
It's
I see
summertime. Dykeman.
you. Facts.
Yo,
Young Lou Productions outside this summer. You heard?
Why try to pull up the Dykeman speaking Spanish?
You gonna get your ass sent right off that block. Chris gonna pull up like Yellow K. Nigga, wait, get the fuck.
I don't talk like that, bro.
Nigga, I'm only joking.
Yellow.
Nigga, but they
K-Lo
gonna,
K.
They're gonna roll you off.
Those people really talk Spanish like that, bro?
They gotta be.
I be in class. That should be hilarious, nigga. Like quiero.
Like, there's people that
I
can't.
talk like that. Yo, go look at my knee.
No. You talking proper. They be like quiero. Like
Oh.
they speak Spanish with an English alphabet.
Got you.
That shit is terrible. All right, so we moving on to song of the week, but before we move on to song of the week, we have to discuss the gem of a project that just dropped this week. The man behind the camera is a Joe Budden fan. Keep that in mind, people. No, I'm only joking, but he is die hard. J. Cole released the Off Season. This is his first album in a year,
And he got 2 more coming.
Yeah,
I don't know when they're gonna drop, but he got 2 more coming.
facts. I feel like one of them is gonna be like a compilation album.
One is called "It's a Boy," and then the last one's called "The Fall Off."
He said the Fall Off was his last one.
Yeah,
His last album for good.
Yeah, as of right now at least.
that's what he said.
The Fall.
But honestly, I don't believe rappers when they say that they're gonna retire.
He done retired 45 times.
I believe Joe Budden.
They were actually talking about that on the show too, because
He
they
actually retired.
I wasn't bumping him. No cap, my volume is just like
Nah,
I haven't heard a Joe Budden album since shit.
he
But-
Pump
retired.
it up.
Huh?
Just pump it up.
Nah, he retired. That's why.
But do you retire from making music, or you just stop making music?
He did. Like, for example, Jay-Z, 04, retired. And then came back. Like most of the podcasts. You don't really, when you do something for the love that you always did, you don't retire from it. You take a break.
Yeah.
But I believe he actually retired. But to answer your question, no, you don't retire. You just take time off a little.
Yeah.
Look at Nicki Minaj. Now she's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Logic retired, and now he's making another.
Yeah, but he's doing music on, what is it? Spotify? What is he on?
Wait, Logic dropped another album?
He's about to drop something.
He's a good
That's what I'm
artist.
saying.
Unpopular opinion, he's a good artist.
I can't really listen to him. Like,
My problem with him is he tells me he's white and black too much.
Boys poo poo.
you say he talks about that too much?
Yeah, like
Wait, what you said, bro?
Boys poo poo.
I never heard someone say
See,
it before.
unpopular opinion. I'm telling you, but he's a good rapper. Bro.
I don't think he's bad. It's just
He's not bad. He's just not for my ear.
this
I'm gonna start saying that. Anything me. I'm gonna start
like
saying
you're not
that.
ugly. You're just not for my eyes. My eyes is different. But nah, for real though, like I don't think he's bad. It's just something about the speed rap that doesn't really catch my attention. Like the way Mac Miller rapped was so different than like a lot of other like white rappers.
Mm-hmm.
But then I feel like I can bunch Logic in with a Yellow Wolf, or the Yellow Wolf in with the Eminem.
I would even. Whoa.
No, I'm not saying they're the same caliber rapper. I'm
Oh.
talking about.
None of them were in that same caliber.
I'm not. I'm just talking about the in which the style they rap, like rapping fast. Eminem has different bags. I'm not gonna disrespect Eminem.
Now as of late, just one bag.
What would you call
What's the
that?
bag?
When he be like, grocery store, donuts. Like, I don't know where you at, man.
Yo, I don't know what that meant, but I felt it was disrespectful. It sounded
I
disrespectful.
mean, nah, like bro, I give Eminem his flowers and his respect,
He
but
goated.
he's
Nah, he
just
definitely is one of the goats.
Yeah.
Not in the past years, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For example, that reminded me, if I may.
Yeah.
Cameron went to my job the other day.
Mhm.
This was right after DMX passed away, and Black Rob. And he walking around chilling. I said, "Yo, man, if I may, I want to give you flowers while you're still alive, man. Especially what happened with DMX and Black Rob." He's like, "Yo, that's some real shit, man. I highly appreciate that."
Mhm.
These people, I grew up with them as I was a kid. So to see them go now is tough.
Yeah.
So, but you saying you want to give flowers? That's why.
Facts. So like, it's important to recognize that the fact that like, he is a groundbreaking artist. He's done things that nobody's ever done before. So in that regard, you have to give him his respect. But me personally, like I never felt compelled to go. Like I listened to the shit that he had with I think it's called Recovery.
Oh, Eminem?
Yeah,
Okay.
Recovery. The shit that
You gotta
that had
listen-
Love the Way You Lie and all that stuff on
Oh,
there
let me pull
with
this
Rihanna.
Yeah, we're not afraid. All that
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the first Eminem album I actually
Yeah,
listened to
Let me pull
because
this
I
up.
was a kid for the other ones. You feel me? So like growing up, I went and listened to it.
But you know,
Okay, that's cool.
you know how old heads say I'm about to pull up an album. That's why I'm on my phone, not because I'm texting.
Yeah,
You know how people be like, you gotta go bump old Jay-Z albums?
Yeah.
Eminem's one of those artists. You gotta go listen to like Marshall Mathers. You gotta really go listen to that, and you're gonna be like, yo, this man is crazy.
Alright, but I'll be honest though. The content he was saying is not something you will bump. He's talking about raping his own mom.
No. See.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part that kills
no,
me
but
about
that's
him.
not. That's the thing. Like that's not all Eminem songs. That's just
Of course they're not.
That's what like
is a top
because
five
like
for
the
me.
Marshall Mathers has like Stan on it.
Kim?
It has
that song used to bother me when I was younger. I was
Bro,
afraid
Why?
of it.
Nah, it's crack.
No, it's hard. But the it's not so bad. That shit used to die out.
I was like, damn, I'm gonna kill myself.
that's one of the saddest songs ever.
You what? We hear that shit.
Hey,
Bro,
Slim.
and I remember seeing the video for it. I'm just like, bro.
And the reason you gotta
Nigga talking to
and
me
the reason
about
you gotta pay Eminem respect too, because on J. Cole's new album, bro, there was a flow. I forgot what song it is. He the shit where he's hold my hands, let go of my hand. He used the Eminem flow for that song.
Oh, see, that's a song I don't like, so I gotta go back. You saying that? I have to go listen to
He listened to it. He used to it might be Stan. I might be your biggest fan. Now you understand. He used the Stan flow on that song.
I understand. Yeah, I can see that. I was gonna say I understand that, but
It's not so
It's not so bad.
yeah. So J. Cole's album for me. First off,
No skipper.
yeah, it was a perfect project to me. I think every song was good.
Hold on, I'm gonna give my honest opinion on that.
Go ahead, but
Look at the list.
it's just the flow. Like there was songs like KOD I didn't
100
like.
million I don't like.
Oh, that's crack.
That's the only song I don't like.
That song's crack.
I like
everything.
I like everything.
I like everything.
So was anybody weirded out by hearing Cameron on the beginning?
Absolutely not.
No.
I wasn't weirded out. It threw me. It's very.
You know why?
Actually put me
It was
in.
unexpected. I know why. My boy got a theory on it. Let me hear your theory now. See
No, you tell me your theory first.
his theory. My boy.
No, you tell me.
I wanted to hear.
I wanna hear your theory.
first. I wanted to hear.
Well, it's not mine. I got it from somebody on Twitter, but it made perfect sense.
It made perfect sense for why. Okay, so Keith. Get out to Keith. Shout out Keith.
Shout out KTB Sedulous Sundays.
He
Sorry
said
that.
the song is called 95 South. The song's called 95 South.
Right.
So 95 South is if he was in New York, you take that to go south. You take that to go back to North Carolina. So the song starts off with Killer Cam because he's in New York. And then it ends with Little John saying fuck the club
Which
because
is why
he's going back home. He's going
Right.
back down to the south. And that's why the first song's called 95 South.
That's
Oh, genius. Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
Well, somebody said that. That's why.
makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
The guy's a genius.
Yeah, the project in itself, like I said, J. Cole, and the first time J. Cole has flirted with swag rapping before, just like throwing a verse out there where it's not like, bro. But I remember when I first heard his verse on the London with Thug and who was on that song?
Thug and Travis. But
Yeah,
who cares about
Thug and Travis.
that? Not just in that song. Like,
But like, bro, when I first heard him rap, like, and he started to use more auto-tune and stuff like that,
other cash
bro, it's so good.
I mean,
And it's so good because I can understand like the growth in his artistry. Every track, Lil Baby shitted on that song. The song with
Upset
21,
stomach.
the song with 21 is crazy.
Amari's crazy.
Amari's crazy. The one,
Huh?
with, bro,
The one with 6 is
Black.
Black. I said 6.
Yeah, hold your hand. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like, oh my.
the one with Black is crazy.
Yeah, what did he do?
Boz.
Did he be off?
Yeah,
He's doing a
do you
little-
have any
he's
context?
not
Because
right.
you're the music man, right, Mr.
Did he
Behind
be
the
off
Camera.
Sherm, right?
Do you have any context behind him talking about he fought Diddy?
Well, it's funny. One, it's weird because J. Cole is never into the rumors, none of that.
Yeah.
This is the first time he spoke about it since that happened. So we never knew if it actually happened or not. So if I'm to talk about it, I now obviously clearly he said it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what happened. Good, I don't know the details. But I do like the fact that he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that day said that did happen. And for him to say, like, people thought Puff was my favorite rapper, it's crazy how he said in his songs earlier,
False
your
idols.
idols, what is it, your idols become your rivals?
Yeah.
Look at that. So,
And like false prophets too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I told you look up to these people and then you get to meet them in person. It's not what they're not who you really thought they would be. And
Yeah,
Diddy
he-
fought
he-
Drake.
that's the
He
same
fought
shit.
Drake too.
Yeah, Diddy fought Drake. What's good with Diddy, bro? Why are you fighting people?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He be getting his ass.
All you self-promoters, you say he begin his ass beat?
Yeah.
All you self-promoters is janky. We established with the Yankees.
Whole fucking game
Chill, we
thing.
not gonna disrespect my nigga Diddy like that though.
First off, Diddy got some shit behind him, but we
That
gonna talk
nigga
about that on another
goated.
episode.
He is goated though.
He is goated though.
Very
He
goated.
is, for
As a
sure.
businessman too. Goated.
Alright, but J. Cole,
It's a
the
dope-
off season
great album.
to me perfect.
5-star.
12 for 12.
Album of the year so far.
Album of the year so
Thank
far.
you.
Fact.
Thank you.
Until Drake dropped.
Let's see. Drake, you know what's crazy? Drake gotta really drop now.
Oh, of course.
Drake can't just drop something.
He has to.
It has to be great.
It has to.
Because
But isn't everything great?
yeah,
Listen, man, I was
but-
a hater, but
Drake
he don't miss.
Drake do, but Drake gotta drop like another. It has to. The next time he drop has to at least be at least on the Nothing Was the Same caliber. It can't be lower than that.
I agree.
Because I'm not gonna say he's gonna drop another Take Care. That's damn near impossible.
That's
but-
perfect.
That's like a
And
20.
Kendrick coming later this year too, so.
That's like a 20
Hopefully,
song
bro.
perfect album.
Hopefully, because Ken, like, I would get it if he
It's
was on
Big
some
fault.
Kyrie shit, like you taking a break
Because
because you going to do. He just Kendrick just living life.
He can do that. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, what if I'm a boy? What if it's a boy? It's like a collab album between 21 Savage and J. Cole.
I don't like that because the song sounds the same. It's the same
I
exact
think they
song.
reversed the beat or something.
They did.
They did.
Oh, I died. Skitty got fired?
Bro, that shit's not about to blow up.
That's
Like,
right.
I think it was time recording.
alright, damn.
Yeah,
you
he died.
But
don't gotta do
definitely
all
did.
that though.
So,
you don't gotta do all that.
song of the week is a song from J. Cole album. We about to pick it. We gonna let y'all know. Shout out to J. Cole and all the Dreamville records.
Skedat.
Bow. What the fuck was that? Gang.
You know I got it. And Moray.
And More.
Moray.
Yeah, More.
Moray. Moray.
Alright, so yeah, like I said, album damn near perfect, fire. Alright, so this part of the segment, right? Usually we have it mapped out. We usually have all four guests here, and we getting it in and all of this stuff.
tell him if you called them guest.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell him you called them guest.
What is it called?
You called them guest. I'm gonna tell him
Oh,
you said that.
see, I said for all four guests, which means I called us guests too.
I'm gonna let them know you called them guest.
Sound like that.
It sounded like you were
First,
calling us
The
guests.
Joe
Right?
Budden podcast just broke up, right? Let's not do this.
I was just saying, you called us guests.
I called
You
myself
heard
as a
it.
guest as well.
You heard it. You heard it.
But
Really clear.
oh man, get the contracts out.
I was about to say, get the contract ready.
But all right, so usually all four hosts are here, and we're like we pick a topic, or we do the hat or whatever. But this week, me and Chris, we feel
We got the hat right, yo.
yeah, we ain't gonna do it though.
Now they gonna be tight.
Yeah,
We do it without them
we
being
could
tight.
probably do it next week. But me and Chris, we feeling liberated because of our experiences yesterday and stuff like that. So we kind of just want to go off the top. And our show producer / new guest here, Lewis, he had a question. What was the question you just asked over there?
I was just curious to see what y'all think. Would you rather a strong woman or a woman who depends on you for everything? Whether it's providing for fun, for everything.
You want to go first or me go first?
Yeah, you want me to go first? Like Miss Mill stood up. You want to go, Bill?
Mill's
I
gonna
mean,
say-
it
but-
depends on the woman, honestly.
It
It
depends
depends
on
what
the
kind of
woman.
woman you want
I think it has to be in the.
with the person.
See.
Some men, I want to say some men.
See, but that
Some-
doesn't make sense.
Some men want girls that they can just provide
Right, so
everything
we're
for.
asking you, what do you want?
What I want. I mean, obviously, I want a girl that's gonna be willing to provide for herself.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna also bring more to the table. Man, it really doesn't matter to me. Honestly, it really doesn't matter to me.
Now,
Long
what-
as-
When you say a girl that needs me to provide things, right? Are you saying, is she broke? Like she a bum?
No, she's not a bum, but like she needs you for everything. For example, you can't go out with your friends as much because without you around, she won't have fun. And if you are out, she's gonna text you all the time. Like, hey, I need you.
see, nah.
That's
I can't do
That
that.
scratched off.
Yeah, because so for me, that will require way too much energy. You feel me? And I can deal with the person's faults because we all have faults, but at the same time, I think a person that's like that they know that they're like that and they just don't care. Like they don't care that they're like that. So if you're allowing yourself to be like socially awkward and like there's nothing really wrong with you, like you don't have any type of ailments or any type of social disorders or anything like that, or if you're not going to make money and there's nothing wrong with you making money, you need me to provide emotional support. Yeah, I mean, and those things, like I think as men we're supposed to provide our women anyway, but there's a difference between wanting it and needing it.
I agree.
You feel me? Because if there's a girl that you know that she can take care of herself and she's emotionally stable, even though she's that strong, having the person to come and check up on her and to see what she needs, or to be like, yo, how was your week, or what's going on with you, like what new projects are you taking on at work or something like that. That's a better conversation than knowing like, oh damn, this girl's about to come home and she's about to unload her whole day on me, and I have to sit here and I gotta. Cause you gotta think about it, girls like that, bro. Like their emotions like really be fickle, so it's like they'll feel one way about something and then like they'll immediately change it because they don't really have any emotional control, or they don't know where to like gear those emotions towards. That's what I found in my experience, and I kind of need someone that's kind of like put together because my shit don't be all the way put together. You feel me? And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have every like. Sometimes I'm more unorganized. Sometimes I feel unmotivated and stuff like that. So if I have to muster up the energy to put myself together and to do you feel me? And now we're in a relationship where I'm giving kind of like
way more energy.
Yeah, you feel me? Way more energy than I'm putting 150%. She just put in 50. Like no, we're not doing that.
Makes sense.
Why you looking like that?
No, to be honest, I can't be around a person who depends on me for everything. It would turn me off. I can't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to bring something to the table. Like, you can't just be, doing nothing. Being like, cause I'm a caloric, like my personality type. Like, it actually bothers me to be around people who aren't doing anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I had to live with you, for the rest of my life, and you just do nothing all the time, I know eventually like, I would just be too bothered. I can't be around you for too long.
And what's that called?
My personality?
Yeah.
Caloric.
Caloric, yeah, I never heard of that. Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people who do like to just chill. Like, that's their primary, they just like chilling. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I can't do it, bro. I just can't do it.
Alright, now, with what you just said, are you reciprocating that back? In other words, are you the needy type? Are you the one that, leave me alone, I'll see you in 2 or 3 days, and that's fine?
Sometimes I get in trouble for being too nonchalant. You feel me? So I'm definitely not the needy type. So I realized through, research and, figuring stuff out, and we talked about it, like there's love languages now, right? So before I knew what my love language was, before I knew that a person actually had one, I would run into issues with girls where it'd be like, all right, like, I'll like her and she'll like me, but like I kind of don't really treat it like, I won't put it on a pedestal until it's like something to really put on a pedestal. You feel me? So it's like I'll be talking to a girl and like everything will be cool, but then sometimes I like feel like she's not feeling it as much, whatever, and then I'll figure out that it was because of something I might have not said or not done, and like you feel me? But in my mind, I'm trying to be cool so I don't like do too much. But me being cool sometimes being too cool, and like because there'll be sometimes where you don't want to, because I've been in situations where like the person's not really like all the way with you, and they kind of say something or do something that's like kind of overstepping their boundaries, kind of like off-putting. Like I don't like that, so I try not to do that to people. So I try to keep myself reserved, keep my feelings in check, make sure my stuff is straight. And then some people they want people to need them, but I wouldn't say I necessarily need anybody.
Yeah, but if you chill laid back, she might, like you said, she might think that you're not as interested.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword, kind of.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta find a balance. That's what I'm starting to learn. Like you gotta find that balance. You gotta be able to, give the person attention. Make sure that they understand that you want them and you desire them, but at the same time, but you still got your own stuff going on. Because nobody wants someone that's 24/7 is trying to see him. You feel me? Like, what do you have going on?
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's good. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like I guess.
Chris want to rip.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Well, don't say anything incriminating, man.
I don't want to.
Louis trying to get you to go viral your first episode.
I don't want to say nothing crazy. I don't want to. All I'm going to say is...
Alright, so are women equal?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
To us?
Yes, 100%.
Yes, yeah.
100%.
Are you just saying that, or you?
No, I think women and men are 100% equal. I just think they're good at different things. I think there's things that women are better at, and there's things that men are better at. Like, for instance, men are just more naturally stronger, physically stronger. That's just a thing, on average. You know what I'm saying? Women are, on average, more empathetic. You know what I'm saying? More loving, more endearing. You know what I'm saying? I think they're just good at different things. And I think issues in relationships pop up sometimes when one tries to do the other person's strength. And that they intertwine. Like, something that, say my girlfriend is good at something, okay, I want to do it just because I want to do it, and I want to feel like the man who does everything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas she might just be better at that, so let her do it. Same thing with a man. It's like, let the man do what he's good at, and don't try to butt in on what he's good at. Everyone do what they're good at and work as an interdependent relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But don't you think that could be overwhelming at times?
I think it's extremely overwhelming, but I think relationships are hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, relationships, anything worth it in life isn't easy. So relationships are extremely hard. I think there's like a narrative that there's supposed to be love at first sight. You're supposed to just fall in love and everything's supposed to just be easy. But anyone who's ever been in a relationship knows that is not true.
That's not
true. No, that shit is not true. You know what I'm saying? And the only relationship that lasts are the ones where both people realize it's hard work and they're willing to go through with the hard work and not just give up on the relationship. You know, but if it's a bad relationship, obviously, you know, you're gonna run for the hills. But you know what I'm saying? But like, good relationships, if it's two good people, you work it out. You know what I'm saying? You figure it out. But finding that middle ground is hard, because most of the times you come into a relationship as an underdeveloped human. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fully developed in your maturity level. So like, you have two people who aren't mature in their fullness yet. So they have to build themselves up and mature. And the trick is them doing it at the same pace. Because if one outgrows the other one, then it starts to create drifts in relationships. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. I think that's why most chicks like older men, because it does take. I read somewhere. Don't quote me on this. Yeah. It does take a guy longer to mature fully.
No, for a fact.
So that's why chicks like a little older men, and I guess men like what they like.
Yeah. No. I think that's for a fact. It takes women mature faster. You know, men be on what they be on. I don't know.
Nah, but like, I think anybody that, especially if you're trying to date somebody that's like on your level,
mm-hmm.
you should see them as an equal. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't see like, this person's underneath me,
mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna treat them as such.
Yeah.
If you feel that way, then you shouldn't be dating them in general.
But some people actually like that, because some people
like to bring somebody up.
Some people like, it makes them feel better. You
know see, that's
there's people like that. True. It just makes them feel better to be with someone lesser than them.
I know girls that like to like some of my friends and stuff that like to use men as projects and stuff like that, but you can't.
Yo, what type of friends you got?
Nah, what I mean, like, use them as projects, meaning like, all right, like they meet a guy, they see red flags, but they're like, oh, I can work through that. That's what I mean.
See, but I like that. That's uplifting.
But do you even think that's possible?
I
think so.
You think so?
The Way of the Superior Man, they talked about it. It was like, you should never meet anyone with the intention of changing. Like, you should already assume that people are going to be who they are forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel me? So if I meet you and I'm like, yo, damn, this dude's always late. Like, every time I go to meet him, he's late. I can't now start a business relationship with you and be like, all right, I need you to be here on time. Whatever it is. And Chris knows I'm late to places.
Oh, I know he's gonna be late.
We know.
I expect him to be late.
You were late today.
I plan in him being late. I just know he's gonna be late.
All right. So are you a good friend or a bad friend? Because this ties into what he's saying.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you, like, yo, hold them a little more accountable? Like, yo,
mm-hmm.
for example, today you got things to do.
Mm-hmm.
What if he was 30 minutes later?
Mm-hmm. But then my difference is, since I learned about myself, it's like, regardless, we're going to be done before what I have to get done and get done. So who cares?
But you're enabling him to keep being late.
No. See, that's the thing.
That's just how it's going to blow up.
I just probably hot as hell still.
That's fine. Let it rock. Continue.
But, it's hot?
That thing on fire.
Yeah, let that rock.
Probably toasting the software, the hardware in it.
But, but like, me personally, my ability, right,
mm-hmm.
is very, very different than I feel like from other people, right? So, when it comes to me being like late places, there's sometimes where I'm late because like Chris will know, I'm like, yo, like I was bullshitting or whatever. And then sometimes you're late because you legit, like today I was on my way to be here on time, and I was on 46 and there was a freaking motorcycle in the middle of the thing.
So something came up.
Fire. Something came up.
Which is understandable.
But
when it's a pattern,
exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
You can't use that anymore.
When you run into that, now that's when it becomes an issue. Now I'm fully aware, and I'll tell Chris sometimes. I'll be like, yo, like I don't know when I'm gonna be there. One, because I don't have my own vehicle, right? But I do drive. So me using the vehicle that I do use is depending on if the person needs it or not. So if I'm going to, if that's going to be an issue and if it's in limbo, I'll either tell him like, yo, I need you to scoop me, or I'll tell him like, all right, you got to come here to do whatever because I don't have the car right now. You feel me? So for the most part, it's not like every time we need to meet, like I'm like, you feel me? Hours, like where's this guy? Like, not. All right. We have to move on to segment. I feel my character being assassinated.
Nah, and I know too. Like the thing about me too is I know like I have faith. I have faith that at least that like when like something extremely serious or like you know say we were at a meeting for the Demigod Chronicles, someone had an offer on the table. I don't expect him to be late to that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna be late to that. You know what I mean? And I also expect that like as time goes on, he'll get better. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that.
And I feel like I have.
Nothing like. But I know, like, we said before, like, it's okay to go in a relationship and say you're going to change people. Because, like, I'm under the impression that it's, like, almost nearly impossible to change somebody. Like, the person has to want to change themselves.
Yeah. That's the way to put it. That's what I meant to say, if they really want it. Mm-hmm. But at times, for example, this is, like, off topic, but somewhat in there. If a guy, let's just say I'm dating a girl, and she allows me to keep cheating on her, keep doing all that, why would I change?
Yeah, that's on her. Yeah. Or the person in the relationship. Right. Yeah. That's nuts, yeah. Now,
if I hate the fact that I keep hurting her, now I want to change not for her, but for me, because I'm hurting someone I love, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, alright, so I ran into a situation when I was younger, right? And you guys tell me if I handled it correctly, right? I feel like this was my first time kind of sharing something like personal here like this.
No, it's not.
No, I mean not like I mean like when it comes to like a situation that I've been through with like a female.
Okay.
Alright, so like when I was younger, I was dating this girl. I'm not even gonna give any like timestamps or anything because then people could, you know, plug it in. But I was dating a girl when I was younger. And I just said I'm not giving timestamps. But what are you doing?
Wait, that's not even a real name.
Hey, flag this.
That was a joke. That's not even a real name. I just made up a name.
What's the time on that?
What's the timestamp on this?
Nigga hit the button real quick.
I'll be back from Christian Wallen. I'll take a little break. But nah, so I was dating this girl, right? And like at the beginning, well, I wouldn't even say we were dating. Like we were, but I'm saying dating because we're more mature now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like talking or whatever, but essentially talking when you're younger, you're dating. So initially, when I met her, like we kind of like established that like, all right, we're gonna keep it casual, you know. And like time went on, and it was gonna get to a point where we're no longer gonna be like in the scenario that we were in. Like we were both being in two different spaces, right? So my thing was like, all right, like instead of letting these 2-3 months, because she had already expressed to me that she began to like me more, right? Mm-hmm. So my thought process was, all right, like instead of letting these next 2 to 3 months go on and then we have to split amicably, which I believe that we were gonna do, like her feelings are starting to.
Is that what you wanted, or you really think that's what she wanted to?
This is what we discussed before we even began to, you know, like talk to each other.
Who brought this up?
What?
That conversation. Because what if she was testing to see how you felt about that?
And read the boss, women, they do be testing you.
Yo, and they are smarter than men, especially with things like this.
Who brought it? I can't give you context into who brought it up because I don't know if I remember, but I remember her being like, "Oh, we're both all right." It was in high school, so like we're both going off to school. You feel me? So like we can't allow this to get like more.
Wait, so was y'all fucking or no?
No. Yeah, we're just gonna throw that up in the air.
Oh,
no.
So then today it don't matter.
It don't.
Because to me, what will make.
Oh, you mean like once like in this scenario?
Yeah, in that time.
Yeah.
So then it does matter.
So you said no, yeah.
No, I
What was the answer?
thought he meant when we first had that conversation. At that point, when we first had the conversation,
yeah, that's what I meant.
No,
to me,
when we first had that conversation, no.
I just wanted to see if emotions were there. That's all.
No, when we first had the conversation, no.
Understand.
After that happened, obviously, you know, feelings started to be there, or whatever. But in my head, I always kept it at bay because I'm like, not when I say at bay, I don't mean like at BAE, at bay meaning.
I'm
like,
not sure.
all right. So I kept it. Now there's some people out there that might like, do you calling her babe? Would you? You feel me? But I kept it at bay because I knew that this could never really develop into something that, you know, we both could make this work or whatever. So it was just fun in the moment to like pass time, I guess, or whatever. So when she expressed to me that she started liking me more, and she's like, oh, like I know we talked about like, you know, we weren't gonna like take this serious or nothing, but I was trying to. So in that moment, right, I felt like the best thing to do was for like me to just stop. Like we could be friends, like we could stop like dealing with each other on that level because it's only gonna get worse 2 to 3 months down, and we both know the outcome that's waiting at the end of that. So should I have let that continue for another 2-3 months, and then did that? Even though I had that conversation, like I had that conversation and I didn't do it immediately. Like I let her know, and then like we kind of like tried to talk through it for the next week, and I was like, all right, like we can't do it because if you're only gonna start liking me more, and I feel like I have the ability to just suppress what I'm feeling, and it just be like, all right, like this is what it is. It is what it is for right now. You feel me? So I want to know, did I handle that situation incorrectly, or was I supposed to let it continue for another few months, and then see where it would be? But at the same time, I already knew. Like we agreed on, because if we didn't agree on that, I wouldn't even like really entertain the situation like that.
I would see the first thing that pops in my head, but I'm gonna preface this and say, when it comes to things like this, I have a history of giving great advice.
Okay.
So my thing would say to be just go with the flow, let it keep going, and have fun with it. But I'm gonna also preface.
So why wouldn't that be a good advice?
I have a history of giving bad advice.
But that's to you.
Yeah.
What if that's what they needed to do?
That's possible. I'm just gonna preface it and say.
See, I don't know because like if he already knew where that situation was gonna lead to, why make yourself go down that road when you go already just?
Because it could change.
It would have been fun.
It could be a great thing.
But
what was the problem with her liking you more?
They was gonna be in they was gonna never see each other.
They're gonna be in 2 different schools.
So you don't believe in long distance?
Oh hell no.
No, at that point, no.
Fuck no, baby.
I was gonna be like 7 hours away from her, and we were both about to be
freshmen at college.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought it was high school. College.
Nah, and my thing is like I would just say have fun for the 3 months. You never see her again. That's life.
But so my thing
he
is,
said, what if it gets worse?
That's what I'm saying. My thing, I felt like I was, even though in that moment she didn't like what was happening. I felt like I was doing the right thing because I already understood where I was at with it, and I understood where she was going with it, and I was like, all right, so it would probably, even though right now I may come off as the asshole, it may seem like I'm doing some dickhead shit, but I feel like I was saving her more of a, because I could have said,
yeah, you a jerk.
You feel me? I feel like I could have said that. She would have just been like, all right, took it with a grain of salt. We would have kept messing around, and then we'd have went from that to almost being like, all right, like, does he still feel like this? Because now, nothing really changed after he said that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So she would have still allowed herself to feel like that anyway, and we would have got to the end of the year, and then we'd have both been going off to school anyway, and then it would still been bad.
Yeah.
So was that a lose? Cause I always thought about that. I'm like, yo, did I handle that wrong?
You tell us right now how you feel about her.
I mean, you handle the situation.
How do I feel about her?
Right now, yes.
I mean, I don't have any. I don't talk to her anymore. Like, I don't have any.
If you was to see her, would you approach it?
No.
So then there you go. I think that's your answer. So you handled it perfectly.
But I don't know how she feels about me. She probably hates me.
Do you care?
No, I don't care. But I just want to know.
Sounds to me like you care.
No,
Sounds like you care.
I don't.
It sounds like you want to know.
It sounds like you want to know. You guys are being annoying. But I just wanted to know in that situation if I handled that incorrectly or not.
I think you handled it right. Honestly, to be my honest answer, I don't think there's a right way to handle it. I think you just handle how you handle it.
I don't think there's a right way.
Because I had one of my friends whose girls tell me that I was an asshole in that situation.
Ooh, this is a girl.
I mean, that's her opinion.
And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like,
bro, there's no such thing like society has this big fixation on doing things right or wrong. Bro, there is no right or wrong. It's just what you give to it.
Yeah.
There's no right way to handle that situation because you don't know. You don't know. Just doing the best you can. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
No, that
But
makes
I'll be
sense.
honest, the fact that it's still in your head after all these years tells me that you wish you could do it over.
No, I do not. Absolutely do not. That's one. Two.
He just threw a lob and
Facts.
said, "See what happens."
Two. The only reason why that popped into my head is because the conversation we was having, and I was thinking about like an ultimatum, like with a female. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's one that I kind of have. I mean, I have others, but those are one either too fresh or too deep to get into.
I got ultimatums.
And that one was kind of like something that was not that important. You feel me? So that's why I brought it up because I want to know if I handled the situation correctly. Because in my mind, like I said, I was doing the right thing for the both of us. Because it may have came off like, oh, I don't want to fuck with you no more. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna start fuck with you now. Because if I let you like me more, when we get to the end of this shit is gonna be way worse than you. And I can easily detach from it.
I get it. Yeah, we're separating away, but what if you stop? Let's just say you did it to protect your feelings, right? What if it would have turned out to be great? That's the part.
I don't think it's
bro, and that's why
I
I'm
don't think
saying
it- I don't think it would've.
there's no right or wrong, bro. It's just it is what it is.
I don't think it would have, honestly.
I
Alright,
think
can you cool right now?
Hell no.
Yeah.
What do you... This nigga is great. Yeah, this is first and last episode. He said, "Can you call her right now?"
I think there's no
I don't
telling.
even know.
Bro.
I don't even think I have that.
Like the
girl's
what,
number.
bro? I truly think, what if, like you could what if yourself to death, bro? Like,
Mhm.
there is
Well said.
absolutely no telling what
But
could happen.
I just wanted to know your perspective on the situation.
I think there is no right or wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely not a
I
what
agree
if.
with that. I don't think
There is no right
If
or
you
wrong.
really didn't care, I think you handled it perfectly.
I just wanted to know if I handled it like the
It's not like a Drake song though.
that shit
Yeah, like you saving her from herself. It's not like some Drake shit.
type shit,
Bro,
bro.
it sounds
I
like
mean,
jerk shit.
it sounds like you already felt like you already did what was right, but you still questioning if you did it.
I did.
That, and that's why I said the fact that he's still thinking about it.
Nah. See, stop putting that narrative behind it. I'm not still thinking
I'm not
about
putting
it.
Give me this
Yeah,
story.
give me
It
this
just popped in my head because it.
That was thinking about you.
Ooh,
Hey, if you listen out there, what's your Instagram again?
Hell no. Yeah, so no, there's exes that I wish I could have handled situations better, a bit more mature. But like the audience said, that comes with maturity. So I wouldn't go back and try to change anything because as you know with all these movies, when you go back in the time and start changing stuff.
It's called the butterfly effect.
Exactly.
that's what I was trying to
just
tell
talking
niggas.
about
That's
that.
what niggas yesterday because Mahalette was talking about she'd go back in time, she would get all the stocks to buy. I told her you buy them
It
stocks.
probably would have dropped.
Next thing you know, them come Amazon not around when you come back to the future. Keep
Nah,
fucking
it's
around.
crazy. Y'all seen that movie?
Butterfly Effect? Yeah. 1 and 2. 2 kind of pissed me off.
Oh, I didn't even see two. I didn't know this.
I ain't never seen the first one.
2 pissed me off.
Oh, no, I gotta watch it.
I ain't never seen
Yo,
it.
I gotta watch Wally. Since you said that, now I gotta watch it.
You gotta
Watch Lion King again,
That
bro.
shit old as hell.
You're gonna be like, yo, these
Yo,
niggas-
that movie's so trash.
No, the
Lion King?
What?
Yeah.
The original?
The-
Yeah, the original.
Oh my god, I've seen
Maybe
Lion.
even hating it, but to me, yeah.
I've seen Lion King 1, Lion
So you
King
don't
2,
like animals.
and Lion King 1.5.
we gonna address that when everybody's here on the next episode.
Yeah, call Lion
Yeah,
King
we-
trash is nuts.
You have a topic. What is a GOAT cartoon movie? I guess or animated movie.
The Iron
And it's definitely
Giant.
not Lion King.
I done watched Iron Giant
Go?
like 50 times.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. We could debate that.
Iron Giant?
It's definitely Toy Story.
Iron Giant's fire, but
It's Toy Story. Toy Story.
Hercules
Story?
was cool. Toy Story was alright.
nah.
They just
I
had
wasn't heavy
The
on
message
Toy-
behind
I wasn't,
it is
I wasn't
crazy.
heavy on
Bro, the message behind Lion King.
Maybe I don't know what the message is. What was the message?
The Scar, what they're doing right now in the world, started over hunting, and he started killing the atmosphere, started killing the world because he was over hunting. It's deeper than that.
I didn't get that from watching it.
Yeah,
But I haven't watched it in years. I'm serious.
No, there's a few different main themes in Lion King. Like with Simba, his journey, becoming king. Like
Hakuna
don't doubt
Matata.
yourself.
Hakuna Matata.
All that stuff.
Don't worry. No
Facts.
worries.
But we
Tranquilo.
Yeah, you're making me want to rewatch it.
Watch it, bro.
we definitely gonna revisit some of these topics next week. Next week, actually, I think we should do the hat, especially with Lewis hair.
No, we had done a while with
We
hats.
have to finish it. That's it.
But we done like the last 5. We did 2 hats.
You just that was a lucrative way of saying we did it 2 times. The nigga said the last 5.
We did it 2 times.
We did it 2. You made it sound like. All right, we gonna start wrapping up the episode. This has been another episode.
Might have been the last 4.
This has been another episode of the Demigod Chronicles. We thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you for giving us a chance. Whether you stopped listening after 15 seconds, whether you made it to this point, we appreciate you for even clicking on it. Social medias at cb.lopez, at christianblopez.com for the blog. Alasia is at Alasia Ashley on all platforms. Jay is at Mr. Jay Wheeler. We got Lou at Young Lou Productions. There's an underscore in there somewhere, right?
Young Lou _24.
Oh, there you go.
Kobe.
Young Lou underscore 24. YLP shit. You got Mills under with 2 underscores after Mills.
What's Mills' official title?
He's I don't know, a dweller. He's the executive producer. Mills under for his name, like with the credits, it just say Mills and just says president. And follow us on our platforms. Twitter is at the DGC _. Instagram is at the Demigod Chronicles _. My socials is at _demigod __ and at mastered _studio spelled with a V, at mastered spelled MSTRD. That rhymed. Chill. Be easy.
Yo, make sure y'all hit Santi in the DMs to make sure they hit up Shorty again.
Yo,
oh my God.
First off, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. Alright, mind your business, drink water. Sedulous Sundays, go get that. Greenhouse Pod, go get that. Go follow that. All that. Feel me? This has been another episode of the Demigod Chronicles. Chris, hit the people some Spanish.
Gracias para escuchando y compartir con tus amigos y otras personas también. Gracias.
Yeah.
That boy sound Mexican.
Yeah, nigga, Mexican. Alright, Demigod Chronicles, we out of here. Bow. That was a funny